Record your Google Hangouts and upload them to YouTube to act as a permanent marketing tool. Google Hangouts allows marketeers to have virtual meetings with up to 9 other people and broadcast them live to a large audience. It's a fantastic way to hold press conferences, company announcements, webinars and other events, and many businesses are already reaping the benefits. To take it a step further though, make sure that you upload any suitable content to your YouTube channel. Thanks to Google's quick and easy features, this can be done automatically without any fuss. Use in-video programming on YouTube to promote your other content. Until recently, marketers using YouTube could only point users in the direction of their other content on the network by using annotations. Now that in-video programming feature has been added, it provides a much more visually appealing way for brands to advertise other videos on the site. Make sure that you're also taking advantage of the new branding functions, which adds a logo to video content. It's a helpful way to remind viewers where the content has come from, especially if it is shared on another site or another user stumbles across it by accident. Use the interactive transcript feature on YouTube so your viewers don't miss important calls to action. Most YouTube users don't watch videos entirely. This can be bad news for marketers, as important prompts and calls to action are often at the very end of their video content. Make sure that you have this option enabled on your channel, and where possible, remind viewers that they can use it to find the information that they're specifically looking for. If you're offering a really great deal or some industry insight that they won't want to miss, viewers will be able to see this and won't accidentally skip past it. Treat Pinterest like an online brochure, displaying items that link directly to pages for purchasing. Recent research shows that 21% of Pinterest users have gone on to purchase an item after seeing it on the network. In other words, they're ready and able to buy your products. To help them further along the sales funnel, make sure that you treat your Pinterest account like you would any other brochure. All of your items should be on there. It should be updated whenever new lines are added, and it should be crystal clear how a purchase can be made. Share behind-the-scenes photos on Instagram to give customers an insight into your business. Instagram lends itself more to social sharing, which is one of the main differences from Pinterest, which is like an online shop window for consumers. Rather than focusing solely on your products, build a relationship with Instagram followers by personalizing your brand and giving them an insight into how things work behind the scenes. This could include snaps of the production line or the support offices. Report your latest company news with snaps on Instagram. They say that a picture paints 1,000 words. And when it comes to the latest happenings in your company, an image on Instagram can be the best way to break the news. If your business is a restaurant, use the network to post snaps of the daily specials. If you're organising a big conference, give an insight to what's going on with a running photograph commentary. It's much more likely to grab the attention of your customers. Start using customer retention as a social metric, rather than just acquisition of new customers. Many businesses use the number of new customers that are coming from their social media channels as an indicator of success. Whilst this is of course an important factor to consider, it doesn't paint the full picture. Marketing experts should be looking at customer retention instead. If you've acquired 500 new customers over the course of a month, but you've lost 600, this is obviously a problem. There could be elements of your social media campaign that are turning your existing and potential customers off. Use social media metrics that reflect overall business goals, not just vanity measures. It can be easy to get caught up with looking at the number of the followers you have, the amount of traffic that you're driving to your website, or the amount of people who are responding to your status updates. While this information is to a certain degree very important, it should never be the only thing that you measure. These are essentially vanity measures that look at how popular your business appears to the outside world, but fails to get under the skin of how this is really having an impact on the business and its overall objectives. The metrics that you should be prioritizing are revenue, sales, growth, and customer retention. Look out for brand ambassadors and use them effectively to spread the word about your business. Almost every big business will already have brand ambassadors that are saying good things about their products or services on social networks. But it's only those with particularly savvy marketing professionals that are valuing their worth and maximising what they can do for the business. Start by identifying these superfans and thanking them for their input, but don't just leave it there. Create a database of their details, and when you're launching a new product, offer these people a free sample. If you can build your brand ambassador database to include bloggers or influential social media figures, even better. It's low cost but highly effective. In many cases, consumers will be much more likely to make a purchase if it has been recommended on an impartial blog, rather than a paid advert. If you sell products such as clothing or accessories, get creative with Instagram to show off the possibilities. If your business uses Instagram, it's the perfect opportunity to add another element to your marketing. Your website is the place to show professional images of your products. But Instagram can be used to show just how versatile they are. Take photos of staff wearing the latest ranges. Encourage followers to send their own. And you've suddenly created more proof around just how great your items really are. Let your audience contribute to brand design with Instagram. For your next marketing campaign, consider getting your audience involved. Asking users to upload pictures of them using your products is not only a cost-free option, but it also encourages your audience to get involved with the brand and feel like they're really part of it. If customers can contribute to your next marketing campaign, it can create a real buzz around your brand. Take your social media metrics offline with focus groups. Just because your social media tactics take place online, measuring the success doesn't have to be limited to computer-based metrics. Inviting a proportion of your audience into your office to get a real insight into what they think of your brand and what they want from you in the future can be a great way to distill information that you'd otherwise miss out on. After all, when you're limited to 140 characters on Twitter, it can be difficult to build up solid data that can be used to make important decisions. You could find that this approach brings in fresh ideas that your internal teams had never even touched on. Measure which stage in the sales funnel creates the biggest buzz online, and take action accordingly. Consider when exactly in the sales funnel it is that your audience start talking about you online. Is it when they're first thinking about making a purchase and want to gather opinion? Or is it when they've received the item and they're sharing their experiences? Or is it somewhere in between? Once you've gathered the data, use sentiment testing tools to find out what exactly people are saying at the various stages and what their concerns are. Splitting up the sales process in this way will teach you a lot about your brand and how it's perceived, and is a great place to start when it comes to improving customer experience. Assess sentiment before you start a new social campaign. Too many businesses make the mistake of only starting to measure the success of their social campaigns once they're underway. But if you really want to know how successful your campaigns are, you should find out what your audience is saying before you even start trying to boost your brand awareness. It's only when you have the information that comes from your social listening that you can make informed decisions around what elements of your online marketing are working and where you can make improvements. Consider how your social campaigns are impacting upon internal staff morale and motivation. It's not just your would-be and existing customers that are potentially being impacted upon by your social media campaigns. In any big organisation, marketing initiatives will also change the views of your staff. If you're really doing it well, you can find that internal productivity, morale, and motivation could improve. Make sure that you have metrics to establish whether this is the case. It is likely that you already have the tools in place, for example, your annual staff survey, but you may need to tweak them slightly to gather the data that you need. Find the latest burning topics in your industry with Quora and formulate responses for your audience. Quora is the ultimate place for finding out what people are asking about your area of expertise. If you know what they're asking, it puts you in a great position for making sure that you're answering their questions. When your business is so embroiled in a topic, it can be difficult to take a step back and consider what the general public, and indeed your customer base, wants to know. By keeping up to date with the latest trends on Quora, you can build an excellent source of ideas for quality content for your social accounts and blogs. This is also a brilliant way to boost your search engine rankings. If people are asking the questions on Quora, you can be sure that they're searching Google for the answers. Providing the answers is a surefire way to drive traffic to your site. Monitor your business's reputation on Quora and respond to direct questions. Set up a Google alert for the term Quora, then your company name, to ensure that when someone asks a question about your business, you can be the first there to provide an accurate response. Not only will users be impressed that you're on the ball and care about them, but you can make sure that they receive information that's timely and correct. You might also want to set up an alert for your competitors to see what users are saying about them also. Use social statuses as a way to test your website content for maximum conversion. As any marketer knows, your website should be a continuous work in progress, and you should be constantly seeking out new ways to convert visitors into paying customers. Using social media can be a brilliant and almost immediate way to test out how differing content works for your audience. Set up 2 pages that use separate approaches for generating sales, and send out 2 messages on your social media channels, preferably on the same day and time, but in a different week, and see which is the most successful. This sort of approach takes out the guessing work and gives a quick and easy indicator of the content style that you should be aiming for. Gain market research insight from Quora. Any tool that allows you to gather market insight is one that you should be paying attention to, and Quora is the ideal candidate. Not only is there a wealth of information available literally at your fingertips, but you can also ask your own specific questions and find out what people are saying about your competitors. When you're carrying out an information gathering exercise, it should definitely be something that you carefully consider. Educate your audience with YouTube videos. Uploading your TV adverts simply won't cut it when it comes to YouTube. Users want value, and if you want them to engage with your brand, you need to find a way to provide it. One approach that has been successful, taken by several businesses, is educating viewers about your products or services, and helping them to use them more effectively. For example, imagine that you sell kitchen products. By creating content that features an experienced chef using the products to create impressive meals, you'll attract an audience of people who love food and getting creative in the kitchen. Once they see how your range can be used, they're more likely to make a purchase. Entertain your audience with YouTube videos. Guerrilla marketing can be a bit risky, and it certainly isn't suitable for every business. But for many, it has resulted in massive success. The best examples of this is Blendtec, a Utah-based company selling industrial strength blenders. Their series of videos on YouTube titled Will It Blend generated 5 million viewers as they set about trying to blend everyday items such as iPhones and golf balls. Despite being a small company, they received press coverage from all over the world and a huge increase in sales. Big companies that can execute a similar but unique approach with entertaining content could find that their rewards are even bigger. Cut down expenses by using budget recording equipment to create YouTube videos. Amazingly, you'll get better results. Many businesses make the mistake of investing hundreds of thousands of pounds into high-tech recording equipment to make videos for YouTube. While that sort of investment is essential if you're making professional adverts for TV, it's not the best route for YouTube. The nature of many of the videos on the site means that they give a more personal insight into a brand or business. When you're focusing on this strategy, a camcorder for a couple of £100 will be your best option. Coupled with this, the fact that all videos are 320 by 400 pixels means that no one will ever see the benefit of all the money you might have invested. Run an initiative asking happy customers to upload testimonial videos. There is no marketing tool as effective as a customer testimonial. If someone thinks your brand is great and shouts about it, it will bring in much more custom than expensive advertising ever could. YouTube provides the perfect opportunity to tap into that. By running an initiative that asks happy customers to upload a video that records their experiences, you're creating a network full of brand ambassadors. Turn your YouTube channel into a hub for customer service. If the nature of your business means that you tend to deal with a lot of questions from customers about how to use your products or services, make things easier by uploading tutorials to YouTube that cover the most frequently asked questions and give clear and easy to follow solutions. For products that some people may avoid buying due to their complexity, such as technology and gadgets, sales could potentially increase if your customers know that they have access to round-the-clock support and guidance. Furthermore, such an approach could cut down the costs of all call centres that currently provide the service. Live stream coverage of sought-after events to YouTube. YouTube isn't just the place to talk about events after they've happened. If your business is hosting a prolific event, or you'll be attending something that will be of interest to those in your industry, consider creating a live stream. For example, a fashion retailer might decide to send a representative to a fashion show and provide live updates throughout the day covering the latest trends and emerging news. This will create a big buzz on the day and will be available for anyone who missed it at a later date.